won't stop believing. That's totally not auto-tuned. But anyhow, one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite songs. But let's talk about faith. Let's talk about faith. Let's talk about belief. Let's talk about conviction, okay? How do I have more faith? How do we believe? How do we get to the point of conviction, okay? So again, this is for anybody in the manifesting world, but if you follow my channel for more than 5 seconds, you know that I come from Neville Goddard's perspective on manifestation. So a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is going to be referencing his work. So what I want you to do, though, is I want you to kind of remove the word faith. I want you to remove the word belief, and I want you to remove the word conviction. And just to say that I know that, for example, Neville defines feeling, right, as conviction, as a deep knowing. And that's going to be on another video about how to live in the end and what even that means, and talking about, you know, being more like a filmmaker, something I was inspired by my son in a conversation about the law with him about. And so scrap the word faith, because the problem is that our mind tends to go to religion when we think of faith. And I don't think that's very helpful, right? Or it goes to abstract, meaning it goes to more confusion. It goes, no, I don't know, that's such a general term, right? And so it needs context. That's like saying the color blue. Yeah, but blue what? I don't know, blue car, blue shirt, blue sky, right? It needs context. And so so does faith. Faith needs context to actually be understood. So when you take it from the Hebrew or even the Greek, the idea of faith is loyalty. Okay, now this is very key, okay, because that means faith isn't one thing. Faith is a series of many things running all at the same time. Okay, and that sounds exhausting, but don't worry, it actually isn't. So faith is loyalty. So let's just talk about a metaphor. What if you're loyal to a king? Okay, there are many different ways that you would show your loyalty to this king. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to replace the word king with your desire, whatever it is, fame, love, SP, somebody coming back, whatever it is, bigger toenails. It doesn't matter what it is that you want, okay? But fill in the blank and make that the king, okay, for this metaphor. So loyalty doesn't mean, am I mustering up enough faith? Loyalty doesn't mean, do I have enough belief? Have I generated the belief tank, and has it filled up like some sort of water gauge or something, right? No, that has nothing to do with belief or faith. That's not belief or faith at all, okay? That's just faking it till you make it, okay? Now, what I do want to say, though, is that if you take it back to this word loyalty, you get a better picture. Because if you are a servant to the king, right, then what are you going to do? You're going to prove your loyalty. Well, how do you do that? You're going to give them your belief. You're going to give them your talents. You're going to give them your strengths. You're going to give them gifts, right? Now, we all have all of those. We have gifts. We have talents. We have belief. We have time. Right? And so what does that mean? Well, let's say that you want to get more money. Well, then how are you giving your time towards already having that money? How are you giving your beliefs towards having that money already? What are your beliefs saying about what you believe that you already have in your life right now? Because if you keep repeating that you have no money, then you're not being loyal to the king. You're not being loyal to your desire, right? But then you give gifts. Well, how are you gifting yourself, right? How are you gifting yourself to this new idea? Because gifting also means what? You're giving away something. So you have to give away what? Limiting thinking. That's your gift to the new way of being, you know, someone who has lavish income, whatever it is. Okay, your talents, and that does mean talents. I mean that literally. How are you using the talents that you have towards already having more money, right? Are you going to the store and you're trying to weigh up which is the cheaper option because one brand is 50 cents cheaper, right? That's not weighing up your options. That's not using your gifts. You're still in here thinking, I don't have enough, so I need to find one that's the better option, that's cheaper, right? Because this one saves you 50 cents, which it probably took you $2 just to drive there to get it. Right? So again, loyalty or faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. But it's not unseen because you're going here to see it, right? So then you're being loyal to it by literally making choices even in this world, not only in here, right, that are loyal to the new person, that has the other person in their life, that has the new job, right? How are you giving your talent? So for example, let's say that you wanted to get a job you have no job history in, okay? And you're like, no, I worked at Starbucks for like 6 months or whatever, and then I want to be an accountant. Okay, but how are you using your time and your current talents to actually become an accountant? Are you going out and joining a free course online? Are you hanging out with your friend who isn't a trained accountant to teach you? What are you doing to prove to yourself loyalty? Because when I say prove to the king, it's really your consciousness, right? Proving to the consciousness that this is what I want, right? And so this is what I want you to think of when you think of faith. I don't want you to think of something you have to muster up and like almost drop a turd on. No, this has nothing to do with faith. It's not effort. It's something that you naturally give yourself over to, okay? And you have several ways of doing that, right? And I'm going to go into another video that breaks this down even more. And we're actually going to do a workshop in my Discord group that you can join. Okay, so make sure that if you want to join the free Discord group, we have that. We're going to have a paid Discord mastermind as well that you can join, where you have actually one-to-one accountability with me. But that's actually a very closed niche group. So if you want to get in on that, get in touch, right? But yes, I hope this was helpful. Get in touch if you're looking for any more advice or coaching. But other than that, this is what faith is. Start practicing faith this way. Even if you have to just sit down and write down, what are my gifts? What are my time? How am I giving my time? Yes, in here first, then out there.